Sonntag? In way of any. Work on maps and also maybe technical things. Map gear.
Soon TM.
See what shows up my name in it. Governor. Oder Lieutenant. Also like a very rigid word.
Music jump skin.
What? Yeah, I mean, this is the first time it's not, right? Or did you already stream this one? Oh, right. Right, on Workers' Day. Right. I just saw it. I mean, it is also holiday today. It's just a Sunday holiday.
Hey, you could also let slide that it was my birthday this week.
Oh.
No, don't say the date, but you know.
Well,
then everyone is like
know.
feeling obligated to say happy birthday, and I feel good about myself.
And then crickets. No one wants to say it. Yeah. Okay. The sheriff. Wait, what? Yeah, I do that every time. I always copy paste it. But I also did like the in way of anything, which I didn't do in a long time. Best line in all of CrossCode.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Whoa. Whoa.
Are we already online, Felix?
Hello everybody and welcome to our... I have a delay there. Let me check my camera again. Okay, maybe it's better now. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Yes, welcome to our Project Terra Gamedev stream. I'm Felix aka Luxen and I will do the game development, and with me in the voice chat will be Henne aka Geflügel and Stefan aka Ratcheden.
Hello.
Yes, but before you go on, Felix, there are things that can't have any delay, that shouldn't have any delay, and that is someone who's very generous, gifting 10 subscriptions, and that person is Mark Nefedov. We are very thankful.
Yes.
Gifted a subscription to Imweke, Sudoku Speedruns, Lucas Stellanut, Danon5, The Mitosan, The Predator 766, Memosh, underline, Atifion, Lunix Livestream, and Lady Asteria. Happy subscription having everyone. And also,
Yes.
Mayoff subscribed with Prime, which is very nice.
I know one of them.
That's not true. You know no one. Nobody know you. You know nobody.
You know.
Also, hey, in it. That's pretty
Luxon, please
generous,
say
I mean,
kawaii. I did. I just did. Okay, you're welcome.
It's kawaii. It is kawaii,
Yeah,
actually.
kawaii. You're right. Yeah, it's kawaii. I know.
God
dear.
damn, you probably
Kawaii.
also say Sasuke, right?
Sasuke is kawaii and mega cool.
It's very kawaii. Sakura,
Kawaii.
beautiful.
Yeah, sure, that's right.
Okay.
I also said like Seiken Densetsu for like most
Yeah,
of
me
my
too.
life because
it's
the E and I is pronounced I in Germany but it's A. Seiken Densetsu. It's actually Seiken Densetsu from what I
And
understood.
also it's called Densetsu, right? Isn't the U silent? at the end?
Probably,
Densetsu?
yeah. Probably Densetsu.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just
Seiken
guesswork.
Densetsu. I'm not sure if it's swallowed, if it's at the end.
More like Felix.
Hm?
Sei kein Kind und dann setz dich. Okay. Anyway, let's forget about
Okay,
this.
okay, yeah.
We're not affiliated with the company, Coca-Cola company, by the way.
Oh no! I need to remove the label. Shit.
Felix, no.
Yeah.
You need to blur it out.
We're gonna be sued.
Also,
Huh?
two important things. First of all, today is Whit Sunday, which is how the English people call it. And did you know the Whit Sunday is a very important day because it is the day when Jesus. What did Jesus do today?
What did you do again?
What did he do? God damn it! What did he do this time, huh?
Apparently,
Always
Turn
is
bread
Jesus
into
guy.
meat.
I did actually search the Wikipedia entry of Whitsun, and Jesus has no entries in it. So apparently Jesus didn't do anything today. Man. Anyway. but
Maybe not
also,
all holidays need to have something to do with Jesus.
Tag der Arbeit. What did Jesus do today? He protested for better work weeks or something. And also, people, Germany is the
country.
finale of the ice hockey World Cup.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
But-
that's pretty cool because ice hockey is a pretty cool sport.
Yeah, but isn't Canada pretty much always winning all the time?
Yeah, but I mean, true, but it is the first time in 70 years that Germany got under the top three. So that's
Wow.
already a big thing.
Okay, that's cool.
And also, we already beat the USA, which is also pretty big ice hockey.
Yay!
Yay. Anyway, ice hockey. Am I right, my mates, in it? Felix, what are we doing here anyway?
Okay, so maybe I should switch to streaming. Yeah, I actually said that I wanted to do some mapping, but I don't want to do mapping. I want to do programming today.
I lied to people, Felix. I lied.
I lied. Yes, you all lied.
Remember when I said I'm going to do mapping? I lied.
Yes, I lied for a lot. So what I want to do today is work on some issues that we have with cliffs and slopes in relation to jumping. So I'm currently creating a small map to demonstrate the issues. Actually, no, that's not. There's no reason to do this. Okay.
I was just wondering what the music is. The music is Wi-Fi menu Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Wow, that doesn't sound like Mario Kart.
Yeah, but it sounds like a menu, so that checks out, I guess.
Okay, so here's the problem. The way the game works is that you need to dash close to an edge to jump. Like if you dodge like this, you jump, right?
No?
The problem is that when you stand on a slope and you dodge, you don't jump. Even if you stand pretty close to it. If you're standing just a little bit on the slope, when you dash, you don't jump. And this is annoying because people often expect to jump in this situation. And another issue which is related is that when you stand on a cliff and you dash down, you just don't jump, you just fall. That's how it's supposed to be. There should be this jumping sound, but it doesn't work. So that's why currently we cannot have proper jumping puzzles with roofs, because Juno can't really jump from roofs. the way it
Crosscode
is right
over,
now.
Felix.
Yeah.
You have to let it go.
So let it go. Let it go.
No!
Something, other lyrics that the song likely has.
Anyway, so, or in the way of any, how Hannah said it. Yeah, I
Tasting it in the back.
maybe I can.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
could visualize a little bit what is actually happening here when you do the dash thing. But I need to find a method first that's used.
A method.
Get check forward overhaul. That's the method that we're currently using. And that one is troublesome for a couple reasons.
I like the auto-generated documentation with nothing in it.
There is something, that's not true. The output is described. Oh no, not here.
Oh,
Oops.
okay.
No, actually you're right, not in this one. But here, get this, no, that one also. But there's, give me a moment. Here, this one is overhaul. It also has automatic, but I actually wrote the output here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tend to only write a one-liner with the return value most of the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense. I'm not sure why I did it that way, or even if I did this, it's just...
Maybe it's auto-generated in that moment. It seems very auto-generated.
Yeah. Okay, anyway,
AI,
so...
please write the documentation for this method.
uh,
Ah.
Okay, so now you can actually see what's happening here. Whenever you dash, the game samples in front of you now to determine if there's actually something where you should jump, right? And the way it works is it just checks in very small steps if the ground is right at this point or if it's further below. And if it's too far below, then you get a red square like this. And then the system now, okay, Juno actually wants to jump here. Now the problem is this doesn't work with slopes. For upward slopes, what happens is it just cancels. Because the first thing I do is I check if there's any forward collision. And the slope is just evaluated as a collision, and then the sampling stops right at the slope. So that's why it would never actually reach this point where you would find the cliff where you would jump down, right? Wait, I think the music is a bit loud, isn't it? Okay, this is a bit better. So that's the problem. And for when you jump down, it actually doesn't do anything. Or for the same reason, it actually thinks that yeah, the way the code works right now is that if for whatever reason there is a slope below the sample point, then it just cancels and assumes there is no jumping. Because what we wanted to avoid is that when you jump down, when you dash down slopes, that you don't accidentally jump, because it also doesn't make sense, right? So just to show the difference again, actually let me just disable camera and bounce here. So this case you want to jump, but in this case here, you don't want to jump, right? In both cases, and also you don't want to jump right at the slope, but at the end of the slope, right? First you actually move down, and then at this point the game should realize, okay, at this point it makes sense that, you know, At least here. Here at this point it makes sense that Yuna should jump. But here she shouldn't jump. So the idea is you just move forward in small steps and you look at how the ground changes. And if the ground changes too rapidly, essentially the ground increases, the ground distance increases faster than the distance moved in XY direction. Then you should jump. But if it's about the same increase, like for slopes like this here, then you shouldn't jump. So that's the trick. So what I'm working on today is trying to change this method that it really goes step by step, looks at precisely at how the ground distance changes, and then hopefully correctly determines when to do the jump, right? So that's what I want to do today. Okay, so for this now looks correct because you never jump at slopes, so that's what you want here. But here the downside is, yeah, you just fall down, right? You don't jump actually. Okay, let's see. So much for the introduction. Now comes the coding part.
Yeah. Yo guys, have you heard of this new game? The Legend of Link?
Zach?
Link is a pretty cool guy. Oh nee, so that's wrong.
Zelda is a pretty cool guy.
Zelda is a pretty cool guy.
He kills aliens and doesn't afraid of anything.
Yeah, I think it's great that they named the female protagonist after the daughter of famous actor Robbie Williams.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. The Legend of Link, Tears of the Zelda. Yeah, exactly. A pretty cool game, I think. I didn't play it that much, you know. Just
Not
a little
that
bit.
much. Yeah, just a little.
Not
Yeah,
that much.
can't imagine.
Only a little bit. Like a 3-digit.
much.
and a
He has
little
pretty
bit.
niche games that doesn't get played at all in recent times.
Yeah.
I barely see any tweets about it anywhere.
Anyway, I heard it's good.
And this is where we need to end talking about, because anything after that would be a spoiler.
Oh no.
I mean, I can say from Twitter tweeted that apparently it's Breath of the Wild, but they also put Besiege into it, or any other like very physics-based. You can build crazy machines, something. To do funny things.
Dun, 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 dun. We got a subscription by Imiedre via Prime. Thank you.
It's actually Edray.
Edray. That, yeah, okay. That makes sense. That sounds better. Eat me.
No, I don't eat you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, how do I do this? For dist equals 0. Dist minus max distance plus step. That sounds good.
Anyway,
Actually-
chat, how are you guys? What's the news? Lay it on me. Just after 130 hours, easy. Crosscode
Wow.
is a short game.
Wow. That's probably including the main game and the DLC, I suppose, right? Because
Yeah.
that makes sense. Wow. Still seems weird what a massive game we managed to create. I mean, it took some time, obviously, but...
We can do it again.
Yeah. I remember everybody saying that, yeah, our next game won't be quite as long, but
Yeah, and we will definitely
mean,
not work
like,
on it for this
it
long.
won't be as long in the side content, I guess.
yeah,
Maybe.
hopefully.
We will see.
And it's like, we'll see.
Crosscode didn't have a lot of side content. It wasn't that bad. Come on.
What? Have we played the same video game?
Well, I played it, of course, on a much higher level than you. So, yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
I mean,
Checks out.
have you played The Witcher? That had way more side content. Have you played Skyrim?
No, I actually haven't. I like the music, but the game is like, eh.
Yeah, same, actually. No, in the light of those high-profile releases, mostly Zelda, I also started playing some stuff a bit more intensely.
But what did you play? And some gacha game?
Not quite.
Not
It is
not
related.
quite.
I mean, some weeks ago I actually played some Dwarf Fortress, the Steam version.
Oh no.
But I have to say, I will give it a few more months because the Steam version is still lacking a lot of options and it has a few bugs that I find very annoying. So I'm gonna give it a bit more money. And also, it might sound weird to you, Felix, but I like playing the not Steam version that doesn't have those menus and stuff a lot more. I was
Ultra nerd, man.
Goddamn boomers, new don't like.
I think I'm actually.
You like to have a hard time.
No, it's actually I'm actually faster with those old.
Yeah.
classic menus.
It's like those
typical
old guys that
Linux
were faster using command lines compared to Word or stuff like that.
Yeah.
You had that.
Hannah is basically the Linux user of Dwarf Fortress.
Oh, by the way,
Fortress,
Flora's here. I totally missed that. Hi, Flora.
She just joined.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I don't hear a join sound, so that's why I didn't know.
Yeah,
How's
but
everyone doing?
Yeah, oh, what? Yes. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? I'm doing
I
good.
asked first.
Okay, I'm doing good. The weather is nice.
Yeah, I took a walk earlier. It was nice.
That's nice.
Nice, very good. I took a nap on my balcony in the sun. It was nice as well. And just before the stream, I watched Scream 2 with Björn together.
Wow, that's a classic. Scream 2?
Yeah, I never watched the Scream. There are a lot of movies I haven't watched, like a lot of classic horror movies and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I actually watched Scream 2 myself, but I was never big into those teen horror movies.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I wouldn't even say they're such a big horror movie and more of a whodunit.
Ah, okay. I see.
And I love whodunits, so. And yeah, they're like super meta about things, which is really interesting and well done, actually.
Well, I sure did watch the scary movies, but I feel like those haven't aged super well in many ways.
Oh my god, would you look at that?
What?
I can't think of anything, so I just say hi.
I see.
Oh, yeah.
A certain Flora. Wow, for
One of
55
our most faithful subscribers, Flora, is back with 55 subscriptions. Thank you, Flora.
Getting close to what's 5 years?
Right.
Wow.
Actually,
5 years would be 60, right? Yeah. Wow. Damn.
Yeah, because 12 times 5 is roughly 60. Roughly. gotta work with imaginary numbers to figure that out.
Okay. So I actually wanna try to finish something up for Terra today, but I actually needed to talk to Luxon about it for a bit, so that's perfect.
Okay.
So I'm working on the chakram sound effect.
Spoilers.
Oh, chakram sounds.
Spoiler.
Yes. Big spoiler.
I
No,
mean,
it's
I already
not.
showed the chakram in
Yeah, we
this
all
one
know
tweet.
the chakrams
So.
are there. And the viewers also know. It's no Raid Island situation.
I actually made it that the chakram has a looping sound when it's flying, which is really cool. But I kind of need to, for the throwing sound, to also follow the projectile around. And because that's just one sound at the start, I can't put it into an effect. I tried to use it on the flying effect.
What kind of
beginning.
sound?
The throwing sound.
But we do have a throwing sound already for a chakram, right? I think it's in the action.
Yes. The thing is, I need to for it to follow the proxy. I actually we hadn't done this before, but I actually implemented that sound positions update.
Do you think it will make such a difference? Because as far as I know,
It
like
does.
even for a short sound, that shouldn't be that long.
It has a tail, I would say.
Okay.
So it's a throwing sound, and then there's a longer like whoosh, I would say.
Can't you add it to the trail? The trail FX?
No, it's only supposed to play once at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that
then-
in the trail.
Yes, I did that. I tried that, but the trail effect is actually played twice. When it returns back, it's played again, and so it starts from the beginning again.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, we
sure
can't
can
do
find a
that.
solution.
Yeah, I mean, we have to extend the proxies for that, which is. Are you really sure that's necessary? Because it's annoying to do
I think
this.
it would be really cool.
I would also.
I will bet
caution
it will.
against that
I will
because
bet it
can
will not
be
make a
an
big
audio-
difference.
Wait, two people are talking at
Yeah.
the same time.
Okay, Stefan.
It could also be a problem because you throw the chakram a lot of times, and it might be disorienting if the sound goes to the right and to the left. Like right, if it follows the chakram.
I mean,
I
yeah.
argue the opposite. It's actually disorienting right now because it doesn't feel like the sound's coming from the chakram.
Well, I mean, I just remember that I intentionally tuned down spatial sound changes like this for short sounds, because at least in Crosscode it didn't sound that great from what I remember. I mean, you can just implement it in the trail and then you hear it twice, but at least you get an impression how it sounds like, right? So that will work for now, but yeah, let me see. Oh, it has this FX phase, FX. Yeah, we probably can add FX back, like a back trail, and then you can use a different FX there, and then you have like the first trail and the back trail is different.
That would work.
Or maybe we don't need to respawn the effect. Maybe that's actually what should happen.
Or that, of course.
Yeah.
It's. I thought it was a bit odd that you played them.
I think there are
Well,
certain.
I think you want to have that because you might want to have an effect when it hits an enemy, you know, and then it bounces back. So you play the effect twice because you want more control over it. It makes sense, I think.
I mean,
play it
there is a
twice.
hit effect already, separate from that. which, by the way, is used for the disc flying back. What is this? Disc trail, and there's disc back. Ah. Yeah, it's a little bit weird that the trail. I don't think there is a big reason for that. The reason why you would want to do this is if you have a very sharp trail, like for the arrow. But the chakram has a much smoother curve, so it should be fine to just continue to trail fix. Yeah, I can have a look at this. Let me see.
Awesome.
Maybe I can fix this quickly. Or change this. Projectile. Here it is. Trail. Spawn trail.
Wow.
On game state attach a spawn trail. Ah yeah, here it is. Let me just remove this and see if that maybe fixes. If that still looks good, then we only spawn the chakram once.
Awesome.
Well, it does look good. So, no complaints. Let me quickly add the sound so I can check if it actually works. Okay, we cut a lot. I think we really need a better editor for fade in, fade out for sounds. Because right now, like, what you want to have is like a slider where you see like the whole length, and then you can just move two arrows in this length to determine, because that way you see if they actually, like, how much you're cutting away.
Yeah, I kind of would like to have the preview of the waveform too. I think that would be
Actually, it's not
helpful.
fade out, but start and end. That's what I mean.
Yeah, you could actually
Preview of the
have,
waveform, however, I think is not necessary, Flora. It's also like a lot of
Yeah, like,
execution code.
we don't even need the waveform. You just need a slider with two things, and then you must know like the total length of the sound, and then you can display the start and end in relation to that, and then you can just slide them around, and that would make things a lot easier, I think. So position, target, self, local. Is there a way to make it follow? Actually, no.
yes, it just what's it called? Let me check. Just local.
If you
Makes
just set
it-
it to local, okay, good, yeah.
It's attached to the, because it's attached to the proxy.
Yeah, and the proxy
And I
moves around.
implemented that it follows. I haven't pushed it yet though.
Anyway, I just need to test this, right? This is enough, okay. Whoa! Stuff is loading, okay. Okay. Okay, it's still spawning a new trail. So why does it do that? Proxy, projectile.
Quick different question. I made a catch sound when you get the
Yeah.
chakram back into your hand. But I don't think there's an effect for that.
I mean, you
or
could
something.
just add it to the end of the trail for now. But
It
there's...
doesn't work with the phasing.
Alright. Yeah. No, there's nothing right yet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't want to distract you too much.
Yeah, I mean, you need to... Better to communicate these things outside of a stream so I can work on them.
Yeah, I'm mostly pushing this right now because you said the thing that's gonna happen tomorrow.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, the
Okay,
thing,
so
right, the
returning
thing.
the test event.
Felix
Another.
has the secret.
Okay,
We're not goddamn AAA game studio trying to hide our super secret testing event.
Felix, stop reaching your own NDAs.
there's no
That don't
NDA.
exist. Yeah,
But I still need to
I have
make,
not signed an NDA.
hit sound.
I don't have
It works now.
you don't have a Nintendo
Oh, nice.
disagree agreement.
Yes, a disagree agreement.
With Nintendo. That's what it is.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, let me quickly push this.
Who seems to get distracted by the desk thinking of doing something else or something like that. Yeah, we are getting distracted very easily. Oh yeah, face if you want. No, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, that happened a lot, that's true. Yeah. But sometimes those were very productive distractions.
Sounds like a magical drill right now.
Or maybe I should remove the test sound. Okay.
Test.
No, just said someone in chat. I don't hear it. I have the stream on mute, or else I hear me twice.
By the way, did we already thank Matt Rusian for the tier 1 subscription for the ninth month?
What?
9 months.
No.
Huh?
Thank you, Matt
9 months.
Rusian.
Baby time. 9 months.
The 9 months.
Sub baby time. Okay. Okay, that should fix this.
Ooh. Oh, what is this?
Okay, everything's pushed. So you can try this now, Flora.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see.
Give me your arrows.
Check better forward over. Okay, let's see if I can make this work. Plus step.
Anyway.
In the way of any.
In the way of any. I was interrupted by Flora being here now. When I was talking about the interesting stuff that are related to Dwarf Fortress. No, actually, the Dwarf Fortress stuff was just a side thing anyway. And I wanted to say, Felix, you said, or you assumed that I was playing gacha games a lot, right?
Yes.
Well, first of all, not a lot. It doesn't take that much time.
Sure.
Secondly, you were close because I am very intensively playing a game called Library of Runa, which is basically the game that Limbus Company is the sequel to.
Oh yeah.
But it's not really a gacha, even though it doesn't really have gacha elements. Like it's more like you get drops from enemies, and you turn those drops into items. But it's not like with Xenoblade 2 where the items are very randomized, but it's more like, imagine you get you kill a goblin in an RPG, and instead of getting its normal loot, you get a bag that is called, oh, it's the goblin loot bag, and then you have to open it and then you get the loot. That's kind of the same. That's kind of how it works in Runa in a way. Except you also need the loot bag itself for stuff. Anyway, I'm playing it a lot recently. I actually played it a bit like some years ago, but I didn't get into it properly. But I gave it another try some weeks ago, partially because of Runa and partially because of not Runa, partially because of Limbus Company and because the lore is pretty interesting, and partially because some people I know in Discord are super into it. I gave it another try, and this time I'm really into it. It's a really interesting game. It's like one of those games that is definitely not for everyone. It has like definitely a very, very different design philosophy compared to a lot of more mainstream games in terms of like game balance and not getting on the player's nerves and not wasting players' times. It's more of the opinion that, yeah, sometimes it is okay to be frustrating and waste players' times if it is for the art, or if it makes a point, or if it makes a point or something. And
yeah, some people say that's the case for Crosscode 2, for giving you a very boring fetch quest just to make the point that MMOs have.
Yeah.
Boring fetch quests.
Fetch quests, there are so many non-fetch
There's
quests.
not that many fetch quests in Crosscode, come on.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. That's the funny part, like...
Yeah, but
those early quests really leave an impression, I think.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why we would try to make it a bit different for Terra. Anyway, but, I mean, it's hard to actually talk much about Runa because it's such an interesting system in many ways, and ways that are hard to explain, but I'm just gonna say I really, really like the lore in this world. Like for not just for Runa, but also for Limbus Company, as I said before, and for Lobotomy Corp. It's just very, very interesting kind of world that they built. And I don't know. I also mentioned that I have watched Westworld in recent weeks. I only need to watch one more episode actually, but I have to say, the first season, peak television. Anyways, really, really extremely good. Each season gets worse after that. I mean, I'm still having fun with it, but oh my god, this last season is such bullshit. Like, second season, still interesting. Not as well paced and written as the first, but still good. Third season, not all that interesting at all in many ways, but it's still a decent, straightforward cyberpunk story. And the fourth season is just, what the fuck is happening? This is complete bullshit, and characters behave in very dumb way that makes no sense, and I hate it. I hate many things about it, but it's still kind of fun to watch in a way because it's very well crafted. The production values are very good, and I don't know, it's still fun. I'm not expecting many good things from the ending, but I'm definitely not not regretting that I've watched it completely. But still, Felix, if you ever, or if anyone else in the team ever wants to watch it, season 1 is really interesting, especially for us developers of CrossCode, because you watch Westworld and you are like a man. These aspects are a lot like CrossCode in many ways. It's really funny that we never watched Westworld, and I assume the Westworld creators never played CrossCode.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't be so sure about this. They probably stole from us.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is based on a Western sci-fi movie from the 70s, so likely that didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. What else happened? Something else.
I'm curious, do you guys generally speak English or German amongst yourselves when not streaming? Like, I personally only speak English.
Yes.
Holy.
I actually speak Italian.
Mostly.
CC. Senorita.
Anna is extremely German, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I
Very
also
true.
mostly speak German still. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in Discord we have a rule to always type in English, because
We totally always follow.
Yeah, we totally.
Yeah, well,
always
we
follow.
actually do most of the time.
Yeah,
these
most of
days.
the time we actually
We
do.
actually get around mostly typing English these days.
Yeah,
but, But yeah, whenever we have meetings with only German-speaking people, we tend to speak German. And I mean, there has been a time when I was speaking, I think, a lot more English than I'm doing now. Because I had to work a lot with people who don't speak German. That's when I mostly spoke English. But these days, I mean, we do have a few team members now who don't speak German, but for most, it's still German, at least for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for me. I mean, I mostly speak German, and of course, when we talk amongst us, then we also.
Funny.
It's a meme. When we are venting amongst us. Okay, then we usually talk German, but I'm actually, if I also count like typing, then I'm most likely speak more English than German overall, because I'm typing a lot on Discord and things and
In general, also.
yeah, and that's a lot of English.
Yeah. A very German thing to say as well.
What is a very German thing to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of English, I actually was curious recently by some coincidence. What do you think? Where do you think the name, quote unquote, Buffy comes from?
Well, she's strong, right? And she's a girl.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. No, but
Yeah.
it is actually a short form of a different name, as many names are. So
Buffarella.
what?
Buffarella.
Yeah, that was. I was actually thinking. What was it again?
Who sat in a meeting and said like, her name is Buffarella.
Buffarella, right? No, actually, Buffy is a short form for. And now, please don't fall over. It's a big twist. It's a short form for Elizabeth.
What?
You know,
Oh, wow.
That's like
That's like Richard and Dick.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I just want to say. Richard and Dick. Yeah, that totally makes sense. What?
I mean, it's also kind of like, first of all, Elizabeth has many short forms. Second of all, also it's kind of like what is it again? Not Richard, but William.
Richard.
William also has like many short forms, like Will, but also a short form of William is Bill. So it's like, oh hey Billiam, Bimmy and Jimmy. But then again, we have that kind of stuff in German too. Like, you do know like Zepp, right?
Zepp?
Yeah, and Zepp is Joseph.
Well, that makes sense.
Joseph.
In Joseph.
Joseph.
Sepp.
But I think Joseph has also some other short forms, like, okay.
And
Joe.
in the, I think in the old Hebrew, it's actually written with a double P.
Yeah.
Giuseppe, with an E at the end, right? I think.
Yeah, I think it's true, Giuseppe. And that is a very common Spanish name these days, or Italian name, I'm not sure. Right. Elizabeth shortens to Liz, Betty, and they're the obvious ones, right? But then there's also Buffy, apparently. Interesting. I actually watched like a nice YouTube video by some linguistics person who was like, oh yeah, here are for English speakers some very easy tricks to read or to understand German. And then he explained like some language similarities that came from like the common ancestry of both languages, and how like if you look at like very old German and old English, they are much more similar to each other.
Yeah, I mean like Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah.
The term itself already tells you a lot.
Yeah. And like things like which is really interesting, like you have the word night, right? And in German, it is basically related to the word Knecht, ironically. Du Knecht. And Du Knecht. And Knecht is basically a servant in Germany, but it makes sense because knights also see themselves as servant to like a lord or something. So that's why knight and Knecht are like related to another, which is interesting. But the German word for knight is Ritter, which of course is more like rider, Ritter, Reiter, rider. Right? Makes sense. And there are some examples that are more obvious. And what I found funny is that he also said like, yeah, and it's also a good idea to just to look at Dutch, because Dutch is basically in between German and English. I was like, oh man, yeah.
It's cute. It's cute German.
It's cute. It's like a cute and drunk child of German and English in a way.
It does sound very adorable when someone speaks it.
Yeah, it does.
As a German, at least.
Yeah, that's true. Like I have a mate of mine, a Discord mate of mine is like.
Your mate?
Like
you have a mate?
A mate. Yeah, a mate. It's like a catgirl mate, of course.
There's a question by
yes.
Dingovak asking, hi, could you help me with Unity collaboration?
Stefan, can you help him, please? Can you help him?
Yeah, I could totally help you by banning you from my chat for even mentioning the word Unity. How dare you?
We need our soundboard again. No, we actually don't use Unity. We have our own custom engine, so I actually have no idea about Unity.
Yep. I know it has a very grey and uninspired layout.
I mean,
no, it probably has a dark mode by now.
Yeah,
like everything has a dark mode.
I would assume. Du Knecht.
I also I don't like how stuff is written in, like the code is written for Unity. I think it just looks so ugly. So I don't know, as if someone wanted to have a script paradigm and a like old school C paradigm. And also don't like it that you can call a new vector on every frame. I don't like it. Don't use the new keyword like that, Unity. That's mean. Because it doesn't actually create a new one. It actually caches them, but you can still use new, and I think that's confusing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. Unity is an inferior game engine. You know, it can only run on every hardware out of the box and has like 3D rendering and everything. Ours is so much better.
Okay, what I did doesn't work at all. So what did I do wrong?
But yeah, sorry we can't help. We are not very Unity efficient all side.
And also, even if we were able to do Unity, or if we are interested in doing Unity, we wouldn't just help.
Yeah,
we don't.
Probably takes time, and just time. we will likely have to invest in our game.
Based off Twitter discourse, everyone who uses Unity hates using Unity. Even had a whole period of people switching to Godot. Yeah. I remember like good friend of the team, Herdy K. Also known as Leak64, also known as the person who made Lunistis. Isn't he still using Godot? Or is he? Or what is he
No,
using?
he switched to Unity, I think.
Actually, oh man.
Yeah, because of porting.
Of porting, yeah, okay, I see that.
Yeah,
I
we
see
don't
that.
we don't care about porting.
Yeah,
We let that handled by someone else.
Google cursors.
Let someone else handle the porting business.
But I mean, how is actually the discourse around Unity these days? Because I remember, like some months ago or like last year, there was a lot of negative discourse around Unity because of some company decisions. Was it NFTs or something? I don't know.
I mean,
No, it was they laid off a lot of people.
Yes.
Ah, right, it was that, right. And I mean,
it
did
can
the
be
dro-
scary for people.
Yeah. But did
Yeah.
that have an effect? Yeah.
Look at
Mhm.
this. Look at this.
Uh,
Okay, so this
Did
seems
you
to
have a
work.
On the village?
Oh.
Military contracts, okay.
Military contract. What the
I mean, that's not unusual, I think, but I can see how that might rub some people the wrong way, definitely.
Okay. Somehow this doesn't entirely.
And the
work.
military doesn't have enough resources to build something themselves, you know.
By the way, Felix, what are you working on?
I'm trying to make jumping better. You know, because we have this one distance where when you dash, it checks in front of you if there is a need to jump. And if that's the case, then Yudo does a slightly different motion and actually jumps when she reaches the edge. But if the system doesn't detect this edge, then Yudo does a normal jump, a dash. The problem is that this check didn't work so great. Mostly because whenever you use slopes, it simply doesn't do the check properly. It just ignores it and assumes you never jump when you are standing on a slope. And that makes some jumps a bit awkward, and I'm trying to fix this now.
Soccer, or rather Z Soccer, 100 says, didn't the CEO of the company in charge of Unity say that every dev that don't plan for microtransactions?
Oh yeah, that happened.
I think it was not specifically microtransaction, but like monetization in that kind of degree. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was the problem. Also, before I forget again, I just talked about Westworld, and the reason why I even brought it up was Ruina, or rather the entire Project Moon lore and world building has like a lot of similar concepts as Westworld, and the entire and I was basically playing / watching it side by side. I was like, man, it's so much more interesting how Project Moon does it in many ways.
Look at this, guys! I fixed jumping.
Funny and nice. Anyway, you replay Liver's Company. It's a good gacha game. Or don't.
No, I
I
won't.
don't know.
Anyway,
No,
you can.
Look at this.
Not because it's bad or anything, but because
downwards
you
and then you jump.
recommended it.
Yeah, I mean,
understand
that's
that.
what you would expect, right? I mean, if you dash here, you would expect, I want to jump down the slope. Poof, and you do. Because before you didn't jump, but now you jump. You can finally do jumping puzzles on roofs, Stefan. You can do it
Yay!
now.
I mean, like I already, like.
I mean, you
assumed
already
that
planned them. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
they're already in actually.
That's why this is
I
actually
just
on my
assumed,
to-do
yeah,
list. Yeah.
I
Felix,
mean, by one I intentionally made it so that it's more about falling down. So it can work by just falling down, but obviously with yes, show me advertisement Twitch. It's very cool. Yes, I totally need the iDance Blaster 30.
great. Good
What is
timing.
that even? What? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, that advertisement. Yeah, I also saw that. I was. Sorry.
Hey, Google. I don't need that.
Felix, I have a question.
No.
You have that's a really nice shirt that you have there, Felix.
It would be a shame if I steal it.
Yeah, it would be a shame if I also got that. But also, can you buy that shirt somewhere?
No.
Please tell. Oh no, it's a
Okay.
shame.
You can't because it sucks to do all the.
According to our tax
Bureaucracy.
advisors, it would be hell.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I get that. And we got a question in chat by Ace12345, which is a good password, by the way. You definitely use 12345 as a password. What games inspired your design of Crosscode's combat system?
What?
What games inspired your design of Crosscode's combat system?
Oh.
Yoshi's Island, actually.
A lot of games.
Yoshi's Island, yeah.
Definitely Yoshi's Island.
But the combat itself, not so much, I think.
Yeah.
Because you can't like swallow your enemies, and poop them out as ammunition.
It was
I would
planned,
say
but
it's
then
like
it didn't
a
do it.
mixture of like action games, right? So action RPGs and specific. For
Something
me,
like
it was
that,
always
too.
like, oh yeah, cool, Kingdom Hearts, so
Oh yeah.
was cool because it has like at least the first and the second one has more of a strategic component to it, and then they made it like overwhelming. Maybe also Birth by Sleep actually.
Death by Sleep, 300 by 440,
Yeah.
69 days.
And I mean, I think we initially also said that, okay, so we don't want to have like a turn-based combat system because,
I like
that's
turn-based.
boring.
No, it's
Mm,
not.
Let's do something. And also the puzzling is all on the map, and it would be kind of jarring to always switch between two screens.
Then again,
wouldn't
you
it be-
can also do it like Chrono Trigger, in theory.
Right? You could have that's true, but
Like Sea of Stars. Was it Sea of
but
Stars?
Chrono Trigger doesn't have a puzzle mechanic that's
Mhm.
integral to the gameplay.
That is true.
We had those ball bouncing, and why not use that for combat as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, SimCity.
mm,
SimCity. I would
So
definitely
yeah, for
play
me,
it
like a
this-
lot of my inspirations for like suggesting stuff. I mean, Felix is the one who implemented all the stuff. Credit where credit is due.
yeah.
Is it you?
Was like a lot of action games like Devil May Cry and stuff like where you could parry and you could
Mm,
dodge just in time.
yeah, definitely a lot of Devil May Cry, I would say. I still remember how we looked together at DMC and some of the effects they used and how you charge attacks and
Yep.
that was more or less the direct inspiration for how the charge looks like in Crosscode somehow. And yeah, stuff like this really. Just a mix of things. Okay. Player component was it? Yeah.
Hey. I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm gonna push.
I think turn-based can also be good. Like I mean, like I enjoyed Divinity, for instance, but these games also try to not just have, oh yeah, here's a turn and there's a turn and everyone is doing their status effect stuff, but they also use the environment, right? Obviously that's an entirely different package, but like in Divinity Original Sin 2 especially, like it was just fun experimenting with combinations of environment effects to win a fight and use literally the high ground to win. And
Yeah.
you didn't it wasn't you do one action and then the other team member is it's their turn, right? And it wasn't like party's turn then enemy's turn, but everyone had their turn and you had action points, right? So you could do multiple things per turn. and you could directly positional buffs. You know, you could like position your party members in a certain way to, like as I said, put them on high ground. Right, if it's an archer, bam, you get more damage. Stuff like that, I think, is pretty cool. And the like classic JRPG turn-based, like it can still work, you know. For me, it's often more like nostalgic, rather than like I see innovation or anything.
Do you already comment on this comment by Xanadu, or this question about? I mean, there was this video about Wizard games where they featured crosscode. And
Right.
he argued that the game, yeah, like it has cool combat, but it takes too long to get to this combat, and then there's like this too long dungeons with the puzzles which like get away from the combat. And you know, it's the age-old thing about people not liking the puzzles, but that's not all players. That's the thing. Some people do like the puzzles. For some people it's part of some of the more amazing part of the game, really. Like some people prefer the puzzles to combat even. So it's really it's difficult to say. Like my opinion is, I think the game is more interesting thanks to the puzzle. I personally enjoy having good puzzles which are interesting in a mechanical way, and yeah, but of course not everybody has to agree here. But yeah, I also wanted to have a cool combat system, so why not both, really? I mean, crosscode in many ways crosscode was this, yeah, you could just make an action RPG, but why not combine it with puzzles like in a Zelda game? That was the idea, because apparently you don't have this very often. Either you have Zelda and it doesn't have very deep combat, so I mean, back then Breath of the Wild wasn't a thing, but I mean, you didn't have a lot of leveling and stuff like that in Zelda in the past, and but you had very cool puzzles, and this combination of having like a very deep action RPG and puzzles didn't seem to be around that much, and that's what we were going for, really. Because yeah, just why not both?
What the puzzles were simple, like here's a switch, here's a box.
Yeah.
And it didn't go beyond that, and wasn't really for me in the indie scene. It often, those games, they didn't ask a lot of me in terms of using my brain to solve a puzzle. You know, it was like, oh yeah, okay, this is a box. I push it on the switch. That's it.
Yeah. Mitsuga Suki says that to please both sides of the audience, have fewer puzzles in the main dungeons, but have loads of puzzles in the side content for people who enjoy the puzzles. Really, that's a plan, more or less, actually, for Project Terra. So we want to make dungeons shorter. I mean, I actually, independent of if you like puzzles or not, Crosscode definitely has an issue with pacing, and that dungeons are very, very long, and they may have too many puzzles, one puzzle after the other, you know, and that's definitely something a lot of people didn't like. So but yeah, we can make fewer puzzles in the main content, but you know, I'm pretty sure people will still complain because they are completionists, and there might be completionists who hate puzzles and they will complain. So there will always be people who complain.
That people somehow only assume that a game can only be one thing and not be two, and then you know. But for me, it's part of the charm of our games that we have this combination of RPGs that have puzzles that are not just, you know, do this in the correct order, and that's it. I remember the stupid Final Fantasy X puzzle. Remember this one with the spheres that you had to place in that one temple? Oh my god, I still have nightmares of this. It was so tedious. With basically in the German version of Final Fantasy X, it ran 10 frames slower, right?
Oh.
Because it was in the PAL region, and so you have to imagine you have this stupid guy called Tidus, and he walks like a goddamn snail, and there's a puzzle where you backtrack all the time, It was so infuriating.
Yeah.
It was basically just, oh, now I need the MacGuffin here, now I need it there, now I need there. It's just running. There's no thinking.
Hmm.
And
Voila.
oh my god. Difficulty topped out at the
Felix,
Para Island entry.
I pushed
Yeah.
the chakram sounds. And,
Oh.
and if you want to check them out,
Yeah, the thing is, I'm currently trying to modify the physics. Okay, actually, I can push this now. What I have, because it seems to be working.
You don't need to push, right?
Yeah, you're
Can you
right.
just-
I can stash. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Well, here.
Right. But the real question is, will we have a battle pass and projectile? Yes, of course. Like, and skins for like $50 per skin.
There's one
duel-
which I had for CrossCode was to be able to duel other people. Have you considered adding some form of no?
No.
No multiplayer.
We get this question a lot.
Yeah.
Ace, so it's a little bit of a sometimes frustrating question for us because our
It's-
games are not multiplayer,
Yeah.
and the amount of work required for that
It's
is
ridiculous.
Not something. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous, especially for a game like CrossCode, which is a lot about precise stuff like precise dodging and hitting things, and you know, making all of this work well over the network. I know, netcode in general is like really difficult, right? And I have no idea about netcode. No idea. We
but
don't
that's
have
your
an
first.
engine which has, you know, this already implemented. We had to do this from scratch.
But how hard could it be? There has been a really an indie fighting game recently that had rollback netcode.
Oh, great.
This was indie, and it was a fan game of something really great, Felix. Do you know what really great thing
Oh,
it
go!
was?
Shut up, Hannah, please.
It was
will not
it
be
was
We
Roll-a-Light.
built this ourselves. We have allowed him to speak.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah,
I wanted to check chakrams, right? I was just. Ooh. This sounds really
By the way,
nice.
something about Zelda I noticed is Zelda actually does something similar to us, where if an enemy attacks, another enemy doesn't immediately attack as well.
Sorry,
See,
what?
this is good game design.
What does Zelda do? Zelda?
Like when one enemy attacks you, right, and it's
Mhm.
attacking you, the other enemies actually don't go all out on you. They wait, right?
That's what most games do, other than I guess Dark Souls games and all that. They don't. Do
Yeah.
that.
Dark
That's
Souls
why
games is more about, they tell you very much in the beginning, don't fight many enemies at the same time.
Nope, you just don't. Yeah. Very good,
Sounding
Flora. I think, like,
Nice.
I get the feeling maybe the initial sweep could be a little bit more emphasized.
I thought it was pretty emphasized, but yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's okay that way. I don't know. Actually, yeah. Maybe just keep it that way. Oh, there's even a cool.
There's a hit sound and the phasing sound too.
Oh yeah.
And theoretically a phasing flying sound, a looping one, but you most often don't hear it. Since it moves
Yeah.
so fast. I haven't added a slide sound. I wasn't so sure how that should sound.
No, that's really good already. Really not much to complain here.
Yeah, I actually reused the sound from the arrow to give it a similar like magic-y sound.
Ah,
Still different.
you look at this, 2 chakrams. No! Yeah. That's not supposed to happen, but yeah. Yeah, I think I can roughly hear it. Yeah, feels already a lot better, I think.
What do you think about the 3-dimensionality?
Oh,
I personally like it a lot. It's a bit stronger when you zoom in. And I think it's just enough.
let me check. I think I get the feeling I can hear it a little bit, but not that much really.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is fine, you know, it's better
subtle.
if it's too subtle than too strong. Just
think
give
so,
me a
yeah.
second, I'll be back in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
In a minute, he will be back to us. Your mic is still on, Felix.
Uh-oh.
Felix, no.
Sadly, we
Yeah.
can't mute him. We don't have the option to.
And we don't have
We
the
can
power.
just talk. We can just talk over them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
it's
Anyway, this is very interesting.
Xanadu has
you know,
actually a
stuff
really
happened.
good question.
Whoa, yeah, and also, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, and Zelda,
What?
I also went somewhere in this place and then something happened.
Oh, yeah, I started
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
Zelda
yeah.
as well. I actually got
Yeah,
the capture card.
Zelda is
Play
actually,
on my PC.
Zelda is actually, you know,
Isn't Zelda
Hmm.
actually?
Zelda is very actually, I think.
Actually, yes.
Actually, Zelda
I'm
is,
back.
yeah, actually.
Felix, you
Welcome
forgot to
back.
mute the microphone.
I
and now
know, I'm not sure, did you hear much?
Yeah, we heard about the divorce that is upcoming.
Oh no, that was quick. No,
Yeah.
no, just apparently a new sushi bar opened up close to our place again, which is great
hi.
news.
Yo!
Because we had a very nice rotating sushi bar right next to us, and it closed end of last year, and now a new one opened, and it looks good.
Felix, that is very nice because now it is also a rotating sushi bar on a meta level. Because it is a new sushi bar that rotated in after.
Oh
the
my
old one.
gosh, yes. Unfortunately, it's not really a rotating sushi bar anymore. It's just a regular, you know, you
Okay.
order your sushi meal.
Okay, I see. So I assume they already destroyed the rotating devices, so they can't be rotated.
So hopefully they can stay longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, a cat cafe opened here in where I live.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Right.
Felix. I also esse den Krankenwagen. Yes, that makes sense. I do that too every day. I also esse den Krankenwagen.
Lecker Krankenwagen.
That's delicious.
Mhm. We got a question
Ah,
actually while you were
yeah.
done, Felix.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever gather data from Crosscode on how many people used items during the gameplay? I only ask, as speedrunners tended to use buff items from the endgame area in order to get past the final boss. Or better question, what data did you get from Crosscode?
No
This is
data at
interesting
all.
because I
We
think back
actually
then
didn't track anything.
yeah, but for Terra we might have some analytic tracking thing.
Yeah,
we
we
not
want-
might have. We actually have.
You will.
Yeah, I know that was
yeah.
the thing. I was setting it up for you guys to explain.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like we didn't do any release data tracking for Crosscode at all. We just looked at players playing the game, which I think for the most part still is the most important thing to do. But we, like for Terra, we plan to additionally track some data. Obviously, you need to agree to that, otherwise nothing is sent. But
Yes, there's a setting for it.
yeah.
We did track stuff in Crosscode locally though. Like the game use the tracking system to definitely track how
Mm.
often you used every single item separately.
Oh yeah.
I never displayed it, but I used it for the achievements.
Oh, wow, okay.
For the achievements, even though I only need to know if you, like, only one number, I only need one, actually just a boolean, I track the times of you use them.
Mm.
It is very overkill, you know, and for every modder, basically, you can read that if you want, like, it's in the stats model.
Wow. So they will have netcode then. The game will have some amount of netcode, which essentially is, yes, I'm sending some Ajax stuff back and forth, which is really easy compared to what you need to do in order to have very responsive online games.
Yes, effectively, if you really want the most responsiveness, you need a server running, right? The server is telling the world how it looks, you know?
Yeah.
And the client basically says, hey, this is my newest update data. And then the server says, all right, I update the data, this is the new world, sends this to everyone, you know, and then goes from there. And, you know, this takes a lot of engineering.
Yeah.
It's not a thing a small studio can do, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Hey, next sound effect.
Crown slip wallet.
So yeah, I started playing Tears of the Kingdom. I actually bought a capture card so I can play it on my PC. So yeah, while watching something or talking to someone in Discord and stuff, I can play the game. I haven't played far yet at all. But I'm having a lot of fun. It's a really big game.
Always those big games.
You see hype around it everywhere, so and it's deserved, I think.
Okay, I will just move this here.
Rough idea when the Project Terra might release. Rough idea. I mean...
Later.
I don't want to give a date because then people are just, you know, they're like, oh, it didn't come out when they say it did, you know?
Both one is
I'd rather avoid that kind of drama. But, I mean, we do want to do early access, so, you know... Stuff happens. Stuff will happen, I'm sure. Just didn't happen yet.
That's how it is. And
that is how the cookie crumbles.
we have cookies?
I'm hungry. But you know, in the end, this is
Doesn't even matter.
exactly. This game will be good, guys. It will
Well,
be
yeah.
another banger. It is already a pretty good banger.
It is.
People, you're always so confident.
Felix, you know, I knew Crosscode would be a banger, and I was right.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
And also, Felix, did you ever consider that it is good to have a game that is good?
That, yeah. I guess.
Certainly won't help us if we have a bad game. Yeah. Well, like,
Mhm.
I mean, we got pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's true. That also helped. And of course, we have to thank our publisher and all our
Yeah.
translators and beta testers and our great community full of only the best people with the best taste in good games. And also, speaking of games, I also want to mention that Chained Echoes finally had a big update. Big in the sense that they finally did the let's say, at least, I mean, I haven't really checked it out yet, but many nice tweaks to the crystal system and New Game Plus, and that's already very nice, and some bug fixes and stuff. And I think I will actually go back to the game and do the last post-game stuff that I haven't done yet, because I wanted to do it with a proper crystal system, and the original one was really annoying, and I'm hoping that the menu is actually working better now. They at least what I did read is that you can now take the crystals out of your equipment again, and they're not crap afterwards, and that's really nice. Meaning you can actually use your crystal system properly now.
That's huge.
That's huge. So happy for it. And also, you're all big fans of the Yakuza franchise, right?
What? We are?
I don't know. Are you?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
It exists. I think it's cool, like that it has such a following. But am I a fan?
I did play Yakuza 0 and it was interesting and funny at times and weird at times. I
think
never finished
that's
it
cool.
though.
That's true. Yeah. But
I mean,
did you know-
it has some like this weird humor definitely, and
And Felix
Okay,
doesn't
I
like
guess
humor.
this
He only
works.
likes
Yeah.
things that are very serious and never funny.
I fucking knew this would happen.
No, but I want to say they did like this. They did like some casting for like girls or women or women quasi. That will be the models for
Quasi.
host club characters in the next game. And one woman won. That's
Okay.
that is
Who
very
would have
nice.
thought?
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know what the great thing about that is?
Uh-huh.
That woman is like well known as one of the big Yakuza fans on YouTube.
Huh.
And also
Good
as
for her.
a big VTuber.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
No, but I'm really happy for her because she was always so passionate about the series. Congratulations to you, Kason. Okay, going on. Please talk about interesting things.
I mean, that is interesting. Go on.
It is very interesting,
what?
yes. But I don't know what else to say about that other than I'm very happy for her and she's pretty. And also, someone earlier mentioned, said with a lot of passion, Die Flügel, let's talk about Limbus Company.
Let's. You already did. Let's.
Yeah, I did. No, I actually talked about Ruina. I only talked about Limbus Company on a peripheral manner.
Oh no.
But I don't want to talk about it otherwise, other than saying Looking
Oh,
forward
you
to
can
season
talk
2.
about it if you want.
Looking forward to season 2, which is next month. Because new chapters, more writing, it's very good. It is very good. Add more stuff to gacha. I gacha'd all the things in season 1.
No.
I didn't. No, really, I gacha'd all the things. There's nothing else to gacha.
I'm just saying no because something doesn't work.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
It wasn't about you. Not everything's about you.
Yeah, it's true. Not everything's about me. But when Felix
Yeah,
says,
that's
"Oh
true.
no,"
Usually everything's about you, but this time, I'm sorry.
this time it's not. But the thing is, when Felix says, "Oh no," then it's usually about me. just
Allow me some self-deprecating humor.
self-deprecating humor, right? I mean, a lot of things are deprecated.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things in web development are deprecated, right? And in programming. And
Yep.
You shouldn't use them.
Man, they could probably slim down half of the JavaScript library for things that aren't really used anymore.
Okay, what is this?
Yeah, just tweaking physics. That's what I do.
No.
Oh, it's actually not here. It's
Crosso. And then I got a croissant.
You probably used as
I can't think of many ways to improve upon crosscode. What is your approach to improve on a masterpiece? I mean,
wait, what? What?
There's a question. I can't think of many ways to improve upon crosscode. What is your approach on improving on a masterpiece? Well, our answer
That's
will just
very
be
kind.
our answer will just be, well, look at Breath of the Wild. We are
Yeah.
going to do the same.
Don't be too.
We are going to do.
Oh yes, let's copy
Let's copy.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears
can't
of
be
the
that
Kingdom.
difficult.
It's so funny. I'm seeing so many tweets from like people that apparently work in game development saying, "Oh no, we are so we are so afraid of our bosses." Looking at Tears of the Kingdom and saying, "Why aren't we doing that?"
Yeah, no.
Come on, it can't be
no.
that hard. It can't be that hard. Come on.
Can't be that
I
hard.
worked an extra year just to polish the physics.
It can't be that hard, if you already have an entire world set up for you and
Yeah.
all the models ready,
Come
Can't
on.
be that hard, right, guys?
Just do this. Just do this. Pointing at a very
But also increase skins.
increased skins and hats.
Again, this, by the way, people say like, $70 for the game, so much money, but you pay that money once and you really
Yeah.
get all the game and all the outfits.
I mean, you never know if they will release some sort of add-on later. But you know what? If that add-on also has a lot of content again, then sure, why not?
I can imagine that because, without spoilering, the DLC content from the first game isn't in the second game. Like the story content, the content.
You
So
mean,
I imagine
okay.
they will do that.
Mhm. Yeah, okay. Oh, speaking of, Crosscode was recently featured in a video by Rasputin, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, we
true.
talked about that earlier.
Did we?
Did
No,
we?
we
Did
talked
we?
about a different video. We talked about the video
wizard
of this one
video.
magic.
That was a
Magic
different
game.
Oh
one.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was talking about. You know what, Felix? We should have just put it on. We should have retweeted it and put it.
Yeah, I did retweet it personally. I don't think I did it with the official
But you
account.
should retweet it with Radical Fish Games too, Felix.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Come on,
I
Felix.
was,
Come
I was,
on.
are
I
you
was
doing?
away. Yeah. I
What are
was
you
on
doing?
semi-vacation. Huh?
It's Rasputin and... Why didn't I have a... Wait, was it Rasputin?
Yeah.
Okay, why didn't I do a bookmark?
I have no idea.
What am I
And Felix
doing?
actually, you can actually hear Felix in that one as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
even
I
Felix
did
is
talk.
great.
I think he did a lot of editing to make my English not sound horrible.
Nice
Um,
guy.
He just used AI to make it sound completely different.
Yeah.
No, it sounds very distinctly Felix.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can recognize my voice.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
right.
I mean, yeah, it was a very interesting talk. It was funny in that he wanted to talk about DLCs and what it meant for us, why we didn't DLC and how development went and all that. And also, back when we talked, I actually mentioned how I thought that the Witcher DLCs were surprisingly better than the main game in many ways, I thought. And the funny thing is that he agreed, and that's why he wanted to do this video, right? I mean, he played those
Yeah, that's what
DLCs
the
and
video
was
was about.
surprised about how good they are, and then he wanted to make a video about DLCs. And I mean, it sort of makes sense, because when you made a whole game and then you were asked to create more content, you tend to be better at making content for your game because you learned a lot of stuff. So that's why you tend to make better content for the DLC, if you really care, right? If you put in the effort, obviously. But
In many
You
ways,
also
it's
have
also
the
just...
tools are already available.
Yes, tools are already available. It's just very efficient to do that, as long as you still have ideas that you can execute on. And as long as the base game was successful enough to warrant it, because, as he mentioned in the video, obviously only a small part of people already bought the game, not small part, but only a subsection of people that already bought your base game will also buy the add-on. I mean, it might be different for standalone add-ons, of course, but even there it's usually true. But that's another aspect that I think he didn't really mention, but it might be a smaller aspect, is that releasing a DLC also gives you an overall marketing push again, usually. Also for your base game, because we also did have a sales spike for the base game when the DLC came out, as far as I remember.
that's true, yeah.
But that might be different for every game, obviously. I mean, Crosscode seems to have a somewhat strong, long tail in terms of sales, so that's pretty nice for us, because that means we get money and can buy fast cars and houses and yachts. Speaking of yachts, I was very happy that Yacht Club Games Shovel Knight and that other popular game, damn it, what was the other game that was featured in this video? What was the other game, Felix? Do you remember?
No.
Outer
Wilds.
Outer Wilds.
I was like, when he first said I didn't play it, and I was like, no, dude. Because I also felt like this DLC was amazing.
Outer Wilds?
Yeah,
I still
absolutely.
need to play Outer Wilds. I hear so many good things about it, but
It's pretty exceptional, yeah.
yeah. Then again, I've seen a stream of it, of the base game at least, but still, I mean, I would still be mostly blind when I play it because I don't remember that stuff. But it was still really great. I just remember some of the basic
It is a game that you can just watch someone play, you know?
Yeah.
Here, Seagull, for instance, did a run of that, and he played pretty efficiently so that you didn't got bored at the stupidity of it. You know, sometimes when you watch a YouTube video and you're like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, but sometimes
The
it's
answer
not
is in
about-
front of you.
But sometimes that's the fun, depending on how charismatic the streamer is.
Yeah, I was specifically speaking about the ones where they don't talk at all, you know.
Yeah, of course.
It's no commentary, and then you're
I
like,
mean,
haha, please.
if you do stuff like that, then either you are doing a walkthrough, basically, which should be efficient, or you're doing something wrong, because what's the point, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, it was really, really cool to have Crosscode basically featured with two really big indie games in a way, because like Shovel Knight is basically one of the indie games that you think of when you think indie games, next to like Stardew
One of
Valley or
the
something.
indie games of the world.
One of the indie
Indie
games of the
games.
world of all time.
Later
Um,
generations will speak of these great achievements,
Yes,
and
then
we'll
also
forget all about Cave Story.
Cave Story. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, Cave Story, but Cave Story was of course an OG in many ways.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's the OGs of OGs, you know.
Yeah.
Free to play, even.
Yeah, right.
What a banger of a game. It just came out. Well, like, yeah, here's a game. It's free.
Mhm.
And you were like, what the heck? It's actually good.
It's actually very, very good.
Hmm.
And also Outer Wilds, which is also a great game and pretty high profile.
Yes. Yes.
So, yes.
Outer Wilds is phenomenal.
Yes.
It's also, I don't know, maybe it's because we're developers, right? So we might look at it from a different angle, but when I played it, I was like, damn, like, this is a small studio, right? They made this all work. You know, big studios can't make this work.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Also, speaking of small studios, there's another game that I played actually. I played the new Love campaign in Song of Conquest that was released like last weekend, I think, and I beat it this week.
And
Like four missions.
how was
four
the
missions is
track,
really-
the drop?
The drop?
Yeah, the
was-
track, you know,
the
because
track?
it's a song.
Wait, what?
You know how musicians drop their newest track on
Oh yeah,
Spotify?
that's their new mixtape. I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
they dropped a new song, you know.
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, it was a good. They usually do pretty good mission design, and by now the game also got better overall in terms of like bug fixes, some gameplay tweaks, and especially the AI got much less dumb over the last months. And it was also the first time I actually seriously played that faction, because Love is basically the quote unquote sinister faction, like the necromancer, red, and evil, or not evil, like cultist faction. But in stories, actually, let's say Song of Conquest story is actually pretty nuanced in that it's somewhat low fantasy, the scenario, and like the quote-unquote good human fairy faction is pretty rough in terms of like it's pretty hard ass in many ways. So they're not like fancy pants good people, and the Love faction is also pretty not all that evil. It's actually pretty funny because they never kill their enemies basically. Whenever you beat someone, you beat an enemy general, it's always like, yeah, I will let you live and flee, because the logic is later they will come around and join our cause, because they will see like, yeah, our cult is like amazing. We pray to this old empress from the good old days, and they will also see that we are in the right and then join us. So we shouldn't kill them. So it's like, yeah, makes sense. Why not? Okay. But overall, it was fun. It's good, well designed. Song of Conquest is a very good game. And I actually watched the credits for maybe the first time, I'm not sure. And then I realized, man, this is also an indie game. But man, this is a really, really big team behind it. Compared to like
What game?
crosscode level teams or something.
How
But
many
how?
people did the content in Crosscode? Like 3 to 4, I think. Like the
3 to-
maps and
Yeah,
stuff.
maps. Yeah, I mean, maps are mostly 3 people, I think, aside from some detail. I think later we did some detail mapping from.
Oh yeah, in the DLC we included Freeze and Thomas, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
because they wanted to do some stuff as well.
right, and in Terra we had some other. In Terra we
Yeah, in
started
Terra,
early
like
with
there's no
some-
way that we can carry this with 3 people.
Yeah, and also the editors are better, so it's
Yes, that's also true.
that's the thing. Yeah, but no, it was The Son of Conquest had like a lot of, had like a much larger team than Crosscode. And then of course I was like, what? But why? It's a pixel game. No, but it's
Never say that.
Yeah,
Our
yeah, I
game is
know,
a
it was
pixel
a
game
joke.
too, right? So,
It was a joke. It was a joke because it's very detailed, and I can totally see why it has so many people working on it. Still, but yeah, Son of Conquest is good. The new campaign was good. I had fun, and looking forward to the last campaign, which actually features my favorite faction, which I played a lot in Skirmish. Anyway,
is Terra combat gonna be the same level field design as Crosscode? There will be similarities, but there will also be changes. I don't want to spoil everything because then you know, some of the surprise goes away. But
I mean,
there's going to be, as you might already have seen, there's going to be multiple weapons, right? That will largely dictate how you approach enemies and stuff.
Yep. And with different combat styles and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can also do different combos, right?
Right. I mean, Felix showed it before, I think, like with the sword. You have like different sword combos depending on how long you wait between attacks and stuff like that.
That's true.
Yes, there's also I recently worked a little bit on that and added a little bit more depth to it so that you can, for instance, cancel into a charged attack from a delayed combo from the second one. That
Like this.
I imagine we'll have a skill node later on that makes it so that it charges really, really fast so that you can combo into it and it will be kind of a skill check for the player.
Right.
I'm
Anyway.
looking forward to that at least.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go, Felix. Nice. It has a nice feel to it, right? If you do the weight combo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely. Oh man, how am I gonna get this to work? It's so frustrating.
Yeah, me too. You will actually be using all of the weapons. You will always have all weapons available to you at the end because you slot them into the elements, right? So you have like 4 elements. Each element has 2 slots, one for melee, one for ranged. And you can't just main one because these weapons have a kind of property, right? So the chakram has the slashing property.
Yeah.
The crossbow has the piercing property, and you need to mix that in combat. It's not like Dark Souls where you pick your favorite weapon and then just use it for the rest of the game. It's more an extension to the idea of switching elements in crosscode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Will you be sourcing functionality QA? We have like testers.
Yeah. If that is functionality QA, I'm not sure. So, okay. What I'm trying to fix right now is actually really, really tricky, and I'm thinking maybe I should stop doing this. Because at least jumping works.
You need your brain for this, right?
Yeah, and
yeah. I know there are some things that's why I didn't stream for a while on Discord as well, because there were just things that I needed to think about. And then entertaining people while doing that felt a little bit too much. But now I'm actually, Felix, if you want, you can show this. The current state of the menu. If you're not working on this anymore.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because I have an idea. I just want to check if that works.
We'll also have early access again, and people will be very vocal about things they don't like, as they always are. And if we think that those are valid concerns, then we will absolutely go ahead and make changes. We did that with the first testing event that we had for the Project Terra. There was a lot of feedback where we already knew, yeah, okay, we agree with that, you know. And now
in
we're
fact,
like,
part
okay.
of what I'm working on today is because of feedback we got from tests from our playtest, because people they still complained about the jumping, that it sometimes didn't behave as they expected. And this is also really important to get this right, because the game will have a lot of platforming again. So yeah, let's see how that will work out.
More often than not, we also just, you know, we already know, like, okay, yeah, this is probably things. And it's also nice to see people agreeing with the things that we think could be better, because then we know, all right, we're on the correct path. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, why am I doing this?
Okay.
Maybe I just need to implement a very a new approach to sampling this whole height issue thing, but in a way that's less efficient and the only use is for the player, really, because that's enough.
I will be right back in 10 minutes or so. See you later.
See you. Oh no! What's he doing? What is he doing?
It's going to happen.
Okay, I think maybe I fixed that one issue. May have another issue then. Okay, that is good. That is good indeed.
I can also say, I think it's really cool we have on our team, like, the new artists, which really push things to a new level in terms of design. I really like that.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely
we just
helps.
recently finished the design of a new character, and they look so awesome, man.
Okay, Minzy.
Target release, we can't say it's CO. No date yet, I'm afraid.
Oh, he's doing that again.
But what I can say, actually, what we can say, right, is we have like the layout of a first area, including actually jump puzzles, and we have the rough layout of a first dungeon, which is pretty cool. We got really lucky that we found someone who's very passionate about level design.
You mean our intern? Oh yeah.
Such a big help. Because remember, in Crosscode, it was always you who did the dungeons.
That's true. Oh boy. Ah!
I think so, Ace, yeah. There will be some quests where you unlock a quest, or as we like to call them, the stories. You know, side adventures. Where you might unlock a quest while just exploring. You know, you find someone in distress or something. I definitely want, like, the more systematic and stuff made more sense for Crosscode in Project Terra. It should feel a little bit more organic because of the setting and everything, I think. That alone will help a lot. There's more agency to do these quests.
Okay. Oh man, this code is so freaking complicated.
Take a step back, you know, helps sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, this might help, I think. Ay. Holo. Or some holo stuff. Obviously.
Hand music.
Yeah, Hennes music. Bye.
What engine is this? Kitty, that is our own engine. We wrote this ourselves. We did this. We call it the
Oh boy, the other way
Radical
around.
Fish Engine.
Hmm.
Version Bob. One of my favorite parts was the music. It's the same person working on the music. Yes, it is the same person.
Mm-hmm.
And he is more powerful than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
He's now like music guru level, you know?
Okay, so this works. And this one doesn't. Well, it almost works. It just works a bit too late. What can I do about this? Oh boy.
Will the engine be released in public? No. Afraid not. We worked a lot on this and we want to use it for more than one game. And it's also not, in a sense, what you would expect from an engine like Unity. The engine is very much made for the specific purpose of the games we make.
But we will talk about techniques and stuff.
But yeah,
we
sure.
did that already a lot.
Okay.
when you're all gonna release crosscode servers. Alright, we hear you, alright? We're just very passionate about the new game. And also, it's a bit scary opening crosscode after working with the new code base. It's a lot of... Oh damn. Oh damn. Why did we do this?
Yeah, it is definitely.
In a way, some things I would actually say like, oh, don't do this, guys. Like, yeah, you can use this, but don't do this. It's, lightweight engine only including parts that you use or expect to. No, but go ahead, Flora.
Ace, I hope you have listened to the remix album Dennis released recently.
What?
Yeah, because they said Temple of the Lake and the S-Rank theme are my two favorite pieces of all time, and I think, if I remember correctly, they are on the remix album.
Yeah. S-Rank, I'm not sure. Was it Temple of the Lake though? I think it was Temple of Thunder. Album was on the remix.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have to check again. Oh man, I'm not capable of doing conversation right now. I'm just kind of way too focused on fixing this now. Trying to fix it.
Focus on the code, Felix. Become the code.
Oh my gosh, I hate this.
Felix is the guy in the meme video where one is like super happy doing development and the other one is like stressing out. Chat, you know the meme.
Okay, now this just happens a little bit too late, otherwise it works. But why does it happen so late? Okay, I give up. I just undo everything. I just undo everything here. Because the way it works right now is okay, it just doesn't work for slopes. I just have to implement a special case with slopes. Because slopes are really tricky actually. Yeah, they're very tricky. Well, at least the jumping seems to work better now. Wait, that was weird. No! Wait, I did undo this, right? Jeez. What's happening?
Like, in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom,
No!
Link is just sometimes such a sassy guy when he's answering something. He's just like, I don't know how I could go over this water thing, and you put a boat in the water, and you say like it's rafting time. Let's go. You don't have time for your fears. Let's go.
His focus modifier coming back to for Project Terra. There won't be a focus there, I'm afraid.
You,
Because we decided the
there
focus
might be
is
something
to,
called a focus, but
That is true. That
but
is true.
the stat itself is not there anymore now.
Yeah.
It works a little bit different now. I mean, we can talk about this, right? Like, it's just stats and stuff. Where you have like your core stats,
What the fuck?
your HP, your armor, and your what's it called? Your strength, and then your guard, your shield absorption, and for every weapon you have like the attack stat, crit chance, and what's the other one? Oh yeah, range attack and melee attack, right? We have the menu for that going already.
Whoops.
Sanity check, physics. Okay, I didn't really undo everything. Okay, that explains everything.
Felix,
Sanity check.
Yeah,
Did
no,
I-
Hannah?
did I delete the playlist so suddenly by using skip first?
Maybe, I don't know. You did evil things there. That's for sure.
Oh man, what is actually, because I played like a 15-minute song and then I realized maybe you can skip to the next one because it was already
Yeah.
playing 10 minutes.
Find a good playlist and play it. One that's less
Or-
annoying.
Less annoying. That was a good song. Shut up.
Very annoying.
No, it was not. You only say
The
that
B
now
song was
because-
okay, but the other one no.
Oh, you mean the Biggity Bob Bumble?
Yeah.
The name alone.
The Biggity Bob Bumble or something. It's actually Bug Bumble. That's the game. Okay, I'm gonna first play one. Okay. Wait, what is this? Ah. Ah, okay, it actually restarted already with the playlist. I didn't actually have to add. Okay. Oh, what is the quack word?
Okay, so jumping works properly now. Let me see if it actually works better in an actual map. You know, like the first jump you do in the current test version is actually tricky because of this reason, because the bridge actually has a slope. So if you're standing on the slope of the bridge and try to do the jump, you can't do it. So that was like the worst case to introduce jumps essentially. But I mean it's good because that's how we noticed that jumping still needs to be worked on.
Indeed.
What is the command to see what is currently on the... Wait, you don't tell me, I know. It's list. It's list, Felix. Why aren't you telling me it's list? List. Did you know, Felix? Apparently, it's also possible to just play to just save a playlist for the future.
It's
Or long.
possible. Okay.
Apparently, but I'm not sure.
For the future of humanity.
For the future, because in the future is where we spend the rest of our lives, or something.
We fight for the future, as Shulk would say.
Yes. But only when he's feeling it.
And he has Ryan time.
Ryan
Mhm.
time. Can't have a rainbow without Ryan, baby.
Hmm.
I actually heard, I mean, I haven't played the Xenoblade DLC and stuff yet, but I've heard that that there's a voice clip of Shulk saying, I'm not feeling it.
Oh yeah, I had to laugh at that one. That was actually funny.
I mean, apparently, according to a certain trailer, there's also a lot of stuff with Rex saying,
Right,
I'm sure I
Juno
would-
has currently Surgery Hacks enabled. The god
nice.
mode.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that works a lot better. I have to test one more time.
One more time. Mm.
By the way,
Celebration.
do you want to play Roblox?
What?
Because apparently Redboat has a command that's for playing Roblox. Why is this fucking loud? Compared to the before. Did the volume change? Or it's just the songs are fucking loud. Damn it.
Ah,
Hey yo, good luck and have fun with death work. Thank you. The enemies sound entirely too cute while dying.
yeah, that's true. They're very...
It's
You-
part of the charm.
Put the crosscode Eurobeat track on loop for the rest of the stream. Ah, that one. I see. Well, that could be a bit annoying considering it's like not very long. It's like a 20 seconds or so clip. The crosscode Eurobeat thing.
Are you asking us?
Yeah, I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know.
You don't. Question mark.
I wasn't sure. I was not sure.
I was not sure I was. Mate. Hey,
Look at how pretty the game already looks, man.
Yeah. It will show you a thing or two. Look how
And
good
that's just a tutorial level.
and that's just the tutorial. By the way,
Okay.
speaking of Ego Raptor classics, I recently rewatched all episodes of Girl Shine in Paradise. And
Oh,
it's
God.
fucking, it's still fucking funny. It's still hilarious. Like,
Ah, that makes totally sense.
yeah,
This explains everything.
That explains
everything.
everything.
Oh,
Oh man.
I will know.
Yeah,
you.
like he already knew all the memes back then, you know?
Yeah.
Perhaps
His
that is
mind
al-
was already in the future.
Wasn't there also a version of my actual name is Saskia
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And
That's such a coincidence. My name is also weird.
you're referring to this Fullmetal Alchemist thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, because of a certain manga that started in Weekly Shonen Jump some months ago, that is very, very good. I actually understood where the joke comes from. Because, are you familiar with Rakugo?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a Rakugo. It's a reference to a popular Rakugo story.
Mm.
And the joke of that Rakugo story is exactly that. That someone has like some child has like a really, really long name, because names can impart certain meanings on the child, and they gave him a very, very long name, so that the name is extra lucky, basically. And that's basically the joke of the story, that this child has such a super long name, and then tragedies happen because they aren't able to call out to the child properly because the name is so long. Yeah, no, seriously, that's because and I learned of that because there's this manga called Akane Banashi, which is about Rakugo, and the story appears in that manga several times because it's one of the most iconic stories and also one of the beginner stories, basically, for people who want to get into Rakugo. And I'm like, wait a second, I know that joke. Isn't that from... so that's where the fucking Fullmetal Alchemist joke comes from. But yeah, Girl Child in Paradise, it's very good. And like, at this one... There was this one moment where like basically a female version of the main character comes in. It is very sexualized, but then the main character says like, "Oh, that's a pretty girl," and then the rival is like, "Oh, you just say it because she's pretty." And the other one is like, "Yeah, that's what I said." It's very Ego Raptor's fucking delivery, man. It's
By the way, I pushed more sounds for the projectile capture.
That's great. I'm just gonna push my stuff now.
okay. Okay.
Emily, is that you?
I hope they're not too much or over the top.
Yes, all of our games need to have a red hat as a main character.
Yeah. It's extremely important.
It's
Okay,
really important.
what sounds did you push, Flora?
The projectile catcher.
Oh, okay.
And I also added a little bit of a sound on top of the Chakram throwing sound. That makes it better, I think.
Okay, I just need to find a catcher or hook or what did I call it? Chakram catcher, here we go. Have a great Kingston too, bit of Baileys.
And no, not the Chakram catchings. It's the projectile catcher, the one that slows the projectile down.
Yeah, that's the one here.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, why the fuck is the music bot always stalling whenever I skip something? It's really annoying. Come on, music bot.
Okay.
Pause? Wait, pause? Maybe? Pause.
I think the approach works, Flora. I just would make the sounds shorter.
Okay.
That they don't have so much trail. Because you can already hear how it sounds when you
spam it.
Yeah, like the shoot sounds is so long that it overlaps with the catch sound. So maybe you should also consider canceling. You could just play those sounds and give them the same group key so they cancel each other, right? Because I think this would make things better because you don't want to have the shoot and the catch sound overlapping.
That could work.
Okay. Oh, hey Yui. Hey Roy.
Oh, you did implement the catch sound for
Hi,
the
Yuri.
chakram. Oh, hi.
I did that?
No. Oh, it's just the normal shoot sound.
Oh yeah, if it uses the same trail effect, of course. I didn't Really
Yeah,
like
it makes sense though. I mean, it should have the same sound because it's like pretty much the same stuff happens. So that's fine. Maybe it's also better idea to make the sound a bit more subtle, so it doesn't sound as powerful. The shoot sound in particular.
By the way, speaking of Yui, Twitter is weird.
Oh yeah, that's already very good sounding Flora, I think.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I found with Project Terra, I found a certain plugin that I basically use 99% of the time now.
Okay.
It's the frequency shifter that makes those. It's really good at making those abstract sounds out of natural sounds and stuff.
Oh yeah, I can see how this is useful.
That sound more like, I don't know, anime or something.
Very anime sounding. Nice. Very good. Okay. I think we can conclude the stream today. I probably don't want to stream that long. Anyway, I just don't want to get to mapping for whatever reason. At least I managed to implement the whole jumping thing, right?
And then revert everything.
No, I didn't. I mean, the jumping, physics jumping, that one works. It's just that you still fall down from slopes without stopping. That's the thing. To fix that, I need to... Should I try this? I don't think half an hour would be enough for this. It's quite tricky. And again, maybe it's not that hard. Let me try something.
I just learned that if the soundboard is not playing anything without any reason, you just have to pause it and then unpause it again. And that helps. It's very nice.
How successful would Terra need to be to make an MMO? No amount, man.
No amount. I don't think we have the.
Not about the resources, also nothing we want to do.
Yeah. No, we never want to create an MMO. That is out of scope and not really what we would like to create.
But we could create a gacha game.
No, Hannah. Only you would do that.
Look at Project Moon, how great they are and what great games they made, and now they made a gacha game in their world. And it's good, Felix. Why can't you see?
Why can't you see? That's not good.
Why can't they see what I see? Isn't that some song, some Disney song or whatever?
Okay. Using the group works. That's cool.
Nice.
What if it makes a M more $1 billion?
Oh boy. Okay, maybe I can find
That's actually a joke with Limbus Company. It made a $1 billion.
$1 billion.
I ate some cucumber. Cucumber. Good hydrator.
Cucumber.
Cucumber. Good hydrator.
Cucumber matata.
Cucumber. Yes.
What a really funny meme.
What cucumber?
Cucumber.
I posted the meme in general.
Ah, okay.
Cucumber?
What is this? Building my hamster? Okay, but you know that this needs to be turned around after he finished everything, right? For the extra level, for the post game, or for the true ending rather.
The true ending. How much Terra billions are we going to get if we turn it into a gacha game? You? How much you get? How much we get?
Yes. I mean, you is also on our dev server, which means that.
Oh, this we. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it.
Ah, yeah, okay.
I thought we as the chat.
The chat, yeah, the chat, of course. As our supporters also get part of our money for some reason.
We're making an NFT company now, and then we promise a big game where everyone can build their dream home.
Oh yeah, because those have always been super successful. I've actually watched. Not sure if I mentioned this on stream yet. Actually watched one of the more recent videos of Folded Ideas. How's he called again?
Folding Ideas.
Folding Ideas. Yeah. How's his name again? He has a name,
Dan
right?
something.
Chris Pratt. No, not Chris Pratt. It's Dan Olsen, right?
Yeah, Dan Olsen.
But he's played by Chris Pratt in the movie.
What?
You know, like everyone is played by Chris Pratt. Yeah, he made. I think. What was this video again? I need to. I think it was about NFT games, right? Yes. It wasn't. It wasn't NFT games. It was like the metaverse games, and it was The Future is a Dead Mall, Decentraland and the Metaverse, and it was like. It was even more sad than his NFT videos in many ways, because those projects were such weird and like essentialist disasters in many ways. Like, it's weird to describe, but it's fun. If you had a crosscut movie, would you cast Chris Pratt as Leia? I mean, Chris Pratt is basically, he has so much range.
Funnily enough, though, he does a good job. It actually isn't annoying to listen to.
You mean in the Mario movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it's okay. Jack Black as Emily, yep.
Yo, I would absolutely cast Jack Black in a role. Jack Black can do anything.
Maybe not Emily, but he would be a great. He could be a great Schneider, maybe. I don't know, but maybe no. For Schneider, we need. You know, this one guy. This one German guy.
This one German guy?
Yeah. Til Schweiger, yes. Haha, no, please.
Yeah.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah.
Schweiger sadly too old.
Too old and too, you know.
Too Til Schweiger.
Too Til Schweiger. No one could understand him. And also no one wants to work with him anymore. Yeah, I mean, that's something that's true. I mean, Mario not sounding like Game Mario is maybe a good decision for a movie like that, because him constantly going yoo-hoo, wahaha, the entire time is a bit weird, maybe. But still, it could have been maybe like an actor who is a bit more interesting. But I mean, if he did a good job, then that's good. It's just I'm just thinking about what a great actor they got for the Japanese version. They got like the guy who voiced, among others, Yagami Light and listening to him is like amazing. Like how he says "Let's go." It's like, man. But you know, Chris Hemsworth as Lucas. I mean, maybe.
You would cast a German guy as Lucas.
Yeah. Would cast.
Okay. I did something. I'm not giving up. Let's see if that works.
Not giving up. Good.
I won't give up.
Felix became an anime character. He
Yeah, I
won't give
just
up.
want to say, giving up would not be very anime.
I
character for
failed
you.
though. Sorry.
Okay. Speaking of, it's already past 10. We need to talk about anime, Felix.
No. Oh yeah, we did actually watch an anime.
Yes, Felix. Did you like it?
Yes.
Please tell me about this anime that you watched.
It was about dancing anime girls
It was about dancing
and some
anime.
industry stuff, I guess.
And some industry stuff, I guess, and people being very nice on the internet
Yes.
and nice bridges. It was a very good series.
Mhm.
It still is, because it's still running. Now I'm waiting for Stefan to ask, yeah, but what were you watching?
Anyways, guys, it's time for me to go. I have to sleep.
Okay.
It was very nice. Good talks, you know.
Good dogs, yes.
Yeah.
Did you know that Tina Turner recently died?
I did not.
But it happened.
That's it.
She was 83. Bye, Stefan.
Okay.
Where were you when Club Penguin was killed? But yeah, we watched Ulti no Ko, and it's very good.
I found another good meme. About Nintendo. Good Zelda content.
What? I mean, Zelda
Actually
memes.
died by a backflip.
You're telling me that there are Zelda memes recently? Impossible. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck happened?
What?
This is some physics bug with the ladder, or what happened there?
I think it's because of the ladder or the actual underground.
You could tell fall on completely flat ground if you would like. What the fuck? What?
I think you need to do it on like a cliff or something. So because you're for a split second way above ground, and then you land.
Oh
maybe
boy,
in
this looks
stone.
like actually something which is very
Yeah,
close to the stuff I'm currently dealing with. You know,
Oh, it's
edges and jumping.
good thing we don't have falling damage.
At least you don't die in our game.
Yeah, good
Well,
thing we don't have falling
yeah.
damage. If you're near a ledge that's tall enough and press R to go into Link's skydiving mode and land back on the ground, he will take damage even if the drop is non-existent. Ah, I see. Reply explained it. I had one heart left. Skydiving first to the floor. Face to the floor takes an entire heart, even if the drop is only 2 inches. Okay, that's funny. Din, din, din. In way of any. Yes. We
Yeah,
were watching
but
it with Oshinoko.
Oshinoko, yeah.
It's very good. It's written by the Kaguya-sama guy, who also is the son of the producer of the hit SNES game Terra, by the way.
That's true.
And it's also a very important series in many ways because it talks a lot about like media production, problems of media production, in terms of like, you know, idols and how they might get exploited by producers and the media and the industry, and how they might get like unpleasant interaction with fans at times. But the series is very subtle about the latter. Nothing
Yeah.
very big happens in that regard. Nothing. And I say that, and you should definitely go into it blind if you watch it, because it has nice twists. And the main premise might sound a bit off-putting, because the main premise sounds a bit like a wish fulfillment, idol wanking show, but it's really, really
Yeah,
not.
the first episode might start off a bit weird, but it really is. It's good that they made it longer, so they finally get to the interesting conclusion.
Yeah. It's like the first 20 minutes or so. Might feel a bit like, what is this premise? What's going on? And also if you read like the premise summary on like some anime pages or something, or like a streaming site, then you would also think like, what is this? Sounds stupid, but it's really good. And also goes into like internet internet drama because of things that happen, and getting like an internet hate mob behind you and things like that. And it goes relatively hard about it in a recent episode. So yeah, it's good. It's very good. I assume, like most anime, you have to use alternate means. I mean, Oshinoko, I think it's the main platform is High Dive, or whatever it's called, but I think it's also on Crunchyroll, from what I heard. But I'm not entirely sure about it. I like how in that recent 2 episodes the show is exactly aware that it does what it criticizes too. What do you mean? It's exactly aware. You mean, let me guess, you mean like the media manipulation stuff? Because that's a big thing in the recent episode, as far as I remember the manga chapters. Oh, and also, I'm also still following the Gundam series, the recent one. It's still very good. It's still very much main character is in pain, and it's very sad. But I like it. It's very enjoyable.
Oh boy.
German version of Crunchyroll, yeah. Well, German Crunchyroll, you know how it is. How successful would Terra have to be to make a Terra anime? I mean, it's hard to quantify.
People asking the hard questions.
Also, very important regarding.
Only happens so late.
Or at least an anime opening by Trigger. I mean, you know, like Indivisible. Considering Indivisible had like 2 million or something crowdfunding. Oh, by the way, regarding Oshinoko, I just want to mention Akane Best Girl. And I can say that with certainty because I read the manga. I know more than you.
Okay. Humble break.
Oh no, Felix.
Why does it only
Oh.
react so late? That's
Felix,
weird.
this is a hard question. How successful would Crosscode be to make Project Terra game?
I mean, it was successful enough.
Yeah.
Project Terra, though we did get funding from Germany, so that helped too, but
It has to-
yeah.
yes. I mean,
Oh, that's why it doesn't work. That makes sense. It all makes sense now.
that explains everything.
That explains everything, indeed. Okay, I was confused.
Oh man, there was also this fucking character like in Girlchan. This character with the glasses who always stands with his arms crossed against a wall or against a tree and says, "That's why it says just at a sword."
Sunslayer KD asked, can you steer a bit mid-air like in a... Yes, you can actually do that.
I mean, you can also do it in Crosscode, right?
Guys, oh man, I think I did it. Look at
Oh.
this. Delicious breaking.
Delicious bread.
You break correctly at the edge.
Ah,
You still don't do it at the side, but you know, this is stupid. So you don't need this. But for all those other cases, seems to be working fine. Okay, let me just check if that works, just to be sure. What if 2 slopes? No! Why would you do this? No. You had such a good run. Okay, why does this happen?
Let's see.
Okay, I see why this happens. Okay. Okay, I have the best idea. Okay, this is shape size x minus small v. Did you laugh because I said small v? Or
what?
did you laugh because I was saying small v?
Wait, I didn't laugh about it. I didn't
Okay.
even mention.
I mean, just
Small
Um,
wee wee.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, never mind.
Small pee pee. Or
Small
wee wee.
W is actually the one. Yeah.
German citizens paying taxes to help fund Luxon spending 3 hours fixing jumping on slopes.
Exactly. That's a good spending of
tax
You
money.
would think this is not necessary, but it totally is.
Also, we are also paying taxes.
Yes. Honestly,
Yes.
we are paying quite a lot of taxes too.
Yeah, so it's not like, you know. And we also help other people. We are basically the vanguard of the German. Okay, I'm not going that far, but you know,
Mm.
like government support force usually have the idea behind it that you are building up a certain industry in your country so that it will be successful
That's
and
right, no time.
cause taxes later, blah blah blah.
How successful would Terra have to be to fix small PP? That's what we get now.
That's what we get. But we already. No, it all comes back to PP. PP
Oh
boxes.
no, the PP. Because this was also like really established. Now we have a PP type. Because you have to call it the push pullable.
Yes, PP box.
Here, like if you say push pullable block, there you have it. Oh no, I actually called it push pullable type.
Oh, Felix, no.
No fun with me. But is it actually push pullable type? It actually is.
I mean, I know that some of those variables are like PP grip distance or something.
Yeah. There's PP direction, PP speed, and all these kind of things. Yeah. The PP direction.
You gotta increase the PP speed.
Why?
Is there a PP mana bar in there?
Oh yeah, actually, I managed to do it. I think. Looks like it works. Yes. We got slopes.
I mean, the thing is, I changed it from push pullable to PP because I wanted to have it short.
Yeah,
Wink,
it's good.
wink,
I mean, I
wink,
understand why. Yeah, sure.
We get it because PP in short. Wink.
Oh, great, Hannah. Thank you.
Funny joke.
Funny.
Funny joke. Juno loves the PP. Yeah, Juno. It's boxes full of PP.
Oof.
Yeah. Ah,
Nice. Oh man, this is good that
Okay.
this works. I can actually now move 2 of my to-dos off my list.
oh, nice.
Awesome. Okay, I think I'm heading out.
Okay.
Right?
I mean,
yeah,
we're almost done
yeah.
anyway.
I think I will now end the stream as well. So
Soon.
Thank
Yeah,
you
wait.
everyone for joining.
Yes, thanks everyone for joining and being here.
yeah.
And I'm out. Have a good one.
Good night.
See you Tuesday.
Uh,
Bye bye.
Tuesday, mate in it.
Tuesday, in it?
Tuesday in it.
Mm. Until Tuesday, and I can tell you how the testers in Saarbrücken liked our game.
Oh right.
Okay.
Damn it! I can't find the Xenoblade song. Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
Very good.
Yes. Oh, by the way, did you hear the news that Elon Musk is threatening to close down Twitter in Europe because he doesn't want to abide to certain anti-disinformation law.
Oh well. Rip.
Yeah, rip. Damn it. No, I
Okay.
won't. No, I won't waste like hour each day or something on Twitter. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
it probably will speed up Project Terra development, but nobody will see our great progress on Twitter.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's not gonna happen anyway. It's just
Probably.
like posturing, but because I mean, Twitter is going downhill already in terms of ad revenue and stuff like that, and I don't think he can afford to just lose like the second or third biggest market. Would be pretty funny. Hey Kapu,
Hello.
how successful would Terra have to be to do another game dev stream?
Oh shit. I know, very successful. So,
How
until
successful would Terra have to be to let Radical Fish Games buy Twitter from Elon Musk?
then... Oh shit. Quite successful.
Yeah. How successful would Terra be to make Project Terra?
Well,
Felix,
hopefully...
how successful would Project Terra be to make a Project Terra VTuber?
Infinitely. Like, I don't know, like a 100,000 billion?
At
Is
least
that a
more
number?
billion. At least 4 billion.
Every person on the planet has to buy the game 100 times. Then yes. Okay. Yes, this concludes our Gamedev stream. So I managed to implement some pretty tricky technical things actually. So, and I wasn't able to talk that much because of that, but
What?
I hope you saw some weird coding happening at least on screen. Yeah, this is all for this evening. Hope to see you again in the next stream. Should
Yes,
we
Felix,
play
but-
some music stuff, Hannah?
Yes,
I don't know.
it's only like 40 seconds. Let's just
Okay.
spend 40 seconds more thanking our great, amazing viewers and listeners and smellers and touchers
Smellers.
and 6 sense havers.
Are you fart smellers or fart?
Mouth breathers. We still don't mouth breathers, yeah. And for joining us, looking at what Felix does and being super interested, asking questions, talking about things, enjoying the memes. If I make you a model, would you use it? Oh no. I think Felix would be very against it.
Yeah.
And also, look, it's Seinfeld.
Here we go. Oh god, no, it's that one.
It's SoundCloud Felix.
There's no regular Seinfeld on SoundCloud, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Let's
Okay.
start before he starts rapping.
Right, yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Thanks for Hannah, who's still here, and also thanks for Stefan and Flora, and thanks for everybody in the chat watching the stream again all the time. So, and yeah, there will be more cross-code development in the future, and eventually the game will come out. Nobody knows when this will be, but it will happen, hopefully.
Not this year, most likely. Very
Okay.
likely. Definitely.
I guess that's all then, so have a nice evening. Until next time, bye bye.
Rapping Seinfeld.
It's wrapping stuff. Let's stop this now.
Yes.
Bye.